Filming a documentary you may think is easier than shooting a video story, but this is not always true. Documentaries come with their own set of challenges, and it can be a struggle to master the art of storytelling and narrative without ruining the integrity of your work. In this presentation, we will look at the features of a documentary and some key steps you need to be aware of when filming a documentary. In a documentary, there are 5 central features which can be used by you, the filmmaker, to make it more interesting and watchable. The first is observation or fly-on-the-wall filming. Your camera or smartphone appears to be unseen and your audience becomes the eyewitness to what is happening. In this type of filming, overheard speech is a common element to the on-scene observation. Interview. The interview in a documentary is used to make a contrast between observation sequences. They can be structured in 2 ways. The first is as intercut fragments of observation, or secondly as a completely interrupted sequence. A tip about interviews is don't overload your documentary with too many interviewees. Dramatization. All good documentaries use a sense of drama to ensure that their finished film is watched by their audience to the end. However, dramatization is used by filmmakers to portray people and events that the filmmaker cannot gain access to in real life. The filmmaker will tell the audience that these sequences are said to be based on fact. Mise en scène. Mise en scène is literally what the filmmaker puts into the frame or shot that is about to be filmed. These include the set, lighting, makeup, colour, and props of an interview. It is used to make the documentary more realistic for the audience. Exposition. Exposition is about what the documentary is saying or what line of argument the documentary is taking. It occurs at the beginning of a documentary, introducing the important themes and creating the audience's first impressions. The end of the documentary makes the exposition fully apparent and the audience is persuaded to agree with the opinion. Now that we have looked at the different features of a documentary, this presentation is going to explain the key steps to get you started filming a documentary. Research and tell a story you care about. Make a documentary about something you are enthusiastic and excited about. Research and learn everything you can about your subject matter. Gather facts and leads on interesting interviewees and storylines. Do your research. If you don't care about your subject matter and don't bother researching it, it'll show in the final video. Your audience won't care and end up switching off. Make a plan. How are you going to tell your story? This means creating a plan for your documentary. Think about the structure, the style, dramatization, interviews, fly on the wall, etc. Can you use existing footage or photos to help you tell your story, or will everything be brand new footage? Who are your primary characters and what are your core story points? When you've thought about these points, you can then start to create a shot list. This is the list of the footage and interviews you will need to make your documentary. You should need to create a budget for your documentary. Start shooting. When you begin shooting your documentary, keep in mind how it will be viewed. This can dictate your shooting and storytelling style. When you are shooting an event, capture a variety of angles including close-up, medium shots and wide shots. Keep in mind when you are shooting, get permission. For more information on filming footage with a smartphone, watch the video Recording Footage with Your Smartphone. Script writing. A script is not necessarily what is spoken or a voiceover. It describes what the audience is seeing and hearing. So once you have shot all your footage and gathered the various production elements together, start organising it into a script. Identify fascinating or enthralling elements to your story and then create mini-scenes around them. Editing. Once your script is written, you can move on to the editing process. This is like fitting all the parts of the puzzle together. First, choose your equipment, a laptop, iPad or PC. Then choose an appropriate editing software for your footage. There is plenty of software out there for beginners such as iMovie or the YouTube editor. Once you have chosen this, then you can start putting down your clips of footage one right after the other in a sequence. Remember, there is an art to editing a documentary. Create a roller coaster ride of emotion with fast and slow parts, which will keep your audience enthralled to the end. So, in conclusion, in this presentation, we have looked at the central filming features of a documentary: observation, interviews, dramatization, mise en scène, and exposition. We have also explored some key steps you need to be aware of when you're filming a documentary: research and tell a story, make a plan, start shooting, script writing, and editing. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a lot of success.